here's a good practical question, and the first thing you're going to have to do is calculate the area of the room if you're going to put down carpeting. And if we draw a line up here, and we're going to call this area 1, and we're going to call this area 2 over here. So if we're going to take a look at area 1, or sorry, area 2 first off, area 2 is going to be 24 by 16. So if we're going to calculate the total area of the room, it's going to be area 1 plus area 2. And so area 2 is going to be 24, which is, remember, length times width for area of a rectangle. So 24 times 16. Area 1 is going to be 8 by, now we aren't given this length in here. We're not given the distance from here to here. But we're told that this length is 28 and this length is 16. So this length plus this length, if the house is built correctly, is going to be equal to 28 feet. Well, 16 plus 12 is 28. So this length here has to be 12 feet. So to calculate area 1, we're going to multiply length and width, which is 12 times 8. And 12 times 8 is 96, plus, and 24 times 16 is 384, is going to be 384 square feet, or square feet. So the total for the room then is going to be 384 plus 96, and that's 480 square feet. And you can either write this as feet squared, or you could also write it as SQFT, which means square feet. So now we're asked to find the total area of the room in square yards. Now, we could have done this two ways. What we could have done is found each dimension, which would have ended up with fractions and decimals, because remember that if we're going to convert from feet to yards, 12 feet would be 4 yards, because 1 yard is 3 feet. So you would end up dividing each of these by 3 and doing pretty much the same calculation we did over here. But what we're going to use is a conversion here for feet to yards. So 1 yard by 1 yard, that's 1 square yard. But that's the same thing as, remember, this is 3 feet by 3 feet. So the same square, if we're going to measure it in square feet, is going to be 3 times 3, which is 9 feet squared. So this is the conversion factor we're going to use. So 1 square yard is equal to 9 square feet, or we could have done this same sort of calculation after having converted each of the dimensions to feet. And what I would imagine most people did it that way, but I just want to show you this way because it's important that you understand this. So if we're going to convert square feet to square yards, so we're going to put yards squared over feet squared, then 1 over 9 is equal to, and here we've got square feet, so we're going to have to put that on the bottom. And up top, we're going to put y for square yards. So we're going to cross multiply, so 9 times y is 9y. 1 times 480 is 480. Divide both sides by 9. And so it's going to be approximately equal to about, now she's not going to be able to buy 53 yards because that won't be enough carpeting. So she's going to need to buy at least 54 square yards of carpeting. And she might need to buy more for cutting and waste and so forth. So the room then is about 54 square yards.